Good evening and welcome to the Maniac Modern Touring Car Championship. This is NXTGEN Season 16. Round number 9 from Rouen Essarts. If you were watching earlier, you'd have only seen qualifying of the Group A ones because that has now been postponed. So that will be done, rerun another time. Due to some technical issues. However, we're here only lay us up for round 9 for the modern touring cars. As Jack almost gets it horribly wrong through turn number 3. Turn number 2 gets it horribly wrong through turn number 3. And hits the barrier. So, 5 minutes of qualifying. Let's see who's in. GT5 VAS. Boyrax 14. AMH Racing. Bruce Lee Harding. Tim 78. Shadow Stalker. Tyler House 97. Delez. Web user Johnny. Four Fish, DY House 7, Bob Mark 1, and Jack TM53 Synopsis. Looking at the table, your top 5. So actually, I'll go down to the top 10, shall we say. AMH leads on 144. This is before any drop scores are accounted for. Boyrax, it's on 108, with Adam Morris on 107. Jack is on 96 with Bruce Lee Harding on 86. Four Fish is on 80. H Brands is on 79. Web user Johnny on 70. DY House 7 is on 67 with Delez on 62, rounding out the top 10 of the table. So there's 4.06 mile circuit. Fully old school. Let's go on board with AMH. Should give us a good lap around here. If you're watching, do comment. Always good to see what you guys think. But we come down the main straight then. There's 2 minutes 44 to go, so I think everyone should get about 2 laps in. Into turn 1, flat right-hander. Little lift there from AMH, little confidence lift. Let's keep the front end tucked in. Turn 2 will be a brake down 1 gear. Launching, bring the throttle back in, don't run too wide. Turn 3, getting a slight brake into 5th. And power out into 6th again. Turn 4, careful on the brakes. You don't want to be braking mid-corner. You're letting it roll and then straight back on the brakes. Because you've got this hairpin right and AMH just going slightly too deep there. Flat right-hander. Should be no problem at all. Go up into 5th. Going to come down 1 gear into 4th. Oh, MH State keeps it in 5th and lets it roll. Flat right, down into 2nd. For this tight 90 left. Should be flat right out of there. Up the hill. Flat right again, up over. In this very, very long straight. You have this flat right. And 40 at the moment. Could reach 150. 48, 149, 150. Before you're going to hit the brakes and go down into 2nd gear. Or third for then AMH, no, down 2nd eventually, because you're going on to cobbles, which is obviously less grip. Out of there, you're heading towards the final turn. Now, is it flat? You betcha it's flat. So the short circuit comes on. And then you're going to come up to the line. Cross it we go. Puts a second, he's a second behind Boyrax there, 205.9. Bruce, a good time there, 207.1. The Les, 206.7, so within that 2nd gap. Tim's had a big accident somewhere. Then we're just crossing the line. Here comes Shadow Stalker. He puts in a 210.9, so right on the back of Jack there. whoever's crossing the line now, it's Four Fish. Does not set a time. GT5 Vass does set a time, he sets a 2:19.3. Bob Mark 1 will be the next man to finish off his qualifying. He does not set a time either. Who is leading this train up here? It's AMH Racing leading the train now, so obviously Boyax has had a bit of an issue somewhere. So AMH looking to take pole position away from his good friend Boyax 14. Up to the line, and AMH does take pole position provisionally. Bruce Lee Harding into third. The Les cannot improve. Don't really know who's next. Not Johnny. Tyler House puts it up into 6th place. Johnny puts it into 5th. Jack into 4th. Charles could be the last man to set a time. I don't know what he's done. Let's have a look. Provisional results for qualifying. Provisional and final. AMH takes pole position away from Boyax by 0.035 of a second. Bruce Lee Harding is in 3rd with Jack in 4th. The Les is in 5th. Waves of Johnny 6th. DY House 7 in 7th. Tiger House 8th. Shadowstalker 9th. GT5 Vass down in 10th. Tim will start at 11th, Four Fish 12th, Bob Mark 1 13th. All three of them did not set a valid lap time. So, wait for this to get underway. The action here. It's 10 laps. As you wait for the race to begin. Spent Jack is maintaining something. Yeah, here we go then. We sink in and we have the 3 red lights. We are green at Rouen for the Tour Maniac. Modern Touring Car League, and AMH has got an absolute blinder there. But the second phase, Boyax definitely quicker on that second phase. Bruce trying to hold up the layers going through turn 1. As we've made it through technically the first corner unscathed, though someone at the back, I think that's, oh dear, Four Fish, Tim. We've not made it even off the line cleanly. The Les going around the outside there, Bruce. That's a great move. And further behind, DY House 7. No, sorry, Tyler House is having a battle with GT5 Vass as they come down to the hairpin for the first time. Oh, and Bruce has been passed by DY 7, and here comes Jack. Not been a good first lap here for Bruce Lee Harding. Qualifying 3rd, down to 6th now. But it's starting to break off into little chains here. And there's Bob, Johnny. So there's Tim, and there's Four Fish. Four Fish can't absolutely batter there. You see the roof lining is... It's almost like he's rolled the thing. Back at the front though, AMH still leads from Boyax up. And there's the Les. DY Harris trying to keep on. I don't know what's happened. Bruce has another little issue. He's down to 8th place behind Tyler House and GT5 Ass. Luckily, it's a long race, 10 laps. Someone's wiped out the hay bale. That's maybe it's a Johnny. But the fight is at the front. Boeing Rexa and AMH. They enter the penultimate corner side by side. Yeah, Boeing Rexa slightly early on the brakes. Still tries the outside route, surprisingly. Doesn't try a switch back. Maybe these two working together, though, trying to get a bit of a gap on the rest of the field. Tyler House having a great little tussle here with Vass. Vass has got through. But now Tyler with the slipstream. Will he have a look into turn number 1? I don't know who that is in the pit lane. Tim. I think Tim's retired. Not even completing a lap there, I'm afraid. Oh, Tyler has a bit wide. That's going to be big. One side to... Oh, dear, oh, dear. Unfortunately, Bruce, the innocent victim in that one. Nowhere to go. Tyler... Oh, my word. There goes Shadow Stalker. Oh, my word. Yeah, unfortunately, the innocent victim, really. He's absolutely clouted the side of Tyler House, just nowhere to go. Bit of a shame. At least he's still going, but AMH under pressure here from Boy Rexa as they head onto the back straight. And Les is catching them. If they're not careful, they're going to bring DY House and Jack into play. But Les is on it, and we know what Les is like. He will not hesitate just to go for an overtake. We'll see if Les starts getting involved. Here he comes. He's on the grass. Now looking to make it 3 wide into the penultimate corner, which he's doing. AMH decides, I'm not playing ball in that one, and Boy Rexa allows Les to the outside, but Les goes deep and wide. That's going to allow Jack through into 3rd place, going towards the final corner. He's managed to get past DY House 7. Boy Rexa now leads. Someone's had a moment. Johnny is... He's got Bruce behind him. So Vass obviously much further up ahead. Bruce having a look. Cheeky look towards turn 1, but he knows better of it. You've got to be really patient here at Rouen. The Les has got past Jack though already, and Johnny on the grass. Looking twitchy, his car an absolute mess. Yeah, the car's on the other side of the hairpin where the camera is stationed. I think Bruce has just had a bit of a spin or something there going into the hairpin. He's now lost the place to Bob. Meanwhile, Jack is up to 2nd place. AMH now 3rd. The Les in 4th, and Boy Rexa 2.3 up the road. There's Dean Whitehouse on his lonesome a little bit. Bob is going to have Bruce by him shortly. Onto the back straight they go. Just want to have a look at the front because it's going to be side-by-side action between AMH and Jack going towards the penultimate. Oh my god! That is ginormous. Oh my lord. Jack letting AMH, I do not know what happened there, I can assure you. But you know how Tim launched into space in his M1 Pro car down at the classic Spa? Jack's just launched into space with his Megane here at Rouen Essarts. That was massive. Oh, and trouble for DY House 7. He spins going through turn 2. It's going quickly again though. Meanwhile, the Les has Vass for company. GT5 Vass looking at what you could describe as a bit of an unbelievable second place potential here. He qualified down in 10th, bear in mind, and he's managed to get himself into a fight for second. And if these two work together, they could just about catch up with Boyrax, but Les making a mistake through the fast right-hander will allow Vass the opportunity here. Vass looking to the outside. Down the straight they go. I'm thinking Vass is going to brake earlier here. No, he's not. He's going to brake later than the Les. He's going to look to square this up, though. Oh, and he's got the run beautifully out of the corner. He'll have the inside for the final corner, and the Les won't be able to fight this one, I'm afraid. Or he bloody, oh my word, he will as well. Bit of contact. Great save by Vass. Meanwhile, AMH and Jack, what time are they doing now together? 06 about 6/10 of a second faster than the Les there. Obviously not enough laps, so they're only going to pull that out of them. Both of them running wide. Jack having a big moment as well. There's Johnny. Bruce having issues. Just caught the end of that one. Turn 2 yet again, going into turn 3. Means Bruce is back down to, he's down to 9th now behind Tyler House. This race is absolute carnage. Bruce looking for any gap there. There's Johnny. He's a little lonesome at the moment. Les has just managed to drop Vass by a little bit there. I suspect Vass won't be far off the pacers. Les runs a bit wide onto the grass. That will cause him just a touch of time. Not by a lot, but just enough. Because you don't quite get the full traction of the tyres. I don't know how Jack's going to pass the way bridge, but I'm sure he'll find some sort of excuse with his car. No wing, no bumpers. No bonnet. Might as well have a boot on it. He's on the tail of AMH. These two seem to be trying to work together here. Doing quick times, but the lad's doing a 2:06.3 that last time around. He pulled 2/10 on Boyraxa, but he ain't got long left to pull the time. A little battle starting to brew now for 8th place here between Tyler House and Bruce Lee Harding. Tyler House very, very wide into the hairpin. Bruce unable to capitalise. Bruce will probably have a look at him on the back straight here. He's got the slipstream. See him just tuck right up beneath him. He'll pull out, get a bit of a nicer line. Oh no, he's going to try around the outside here, the fast right. Down the back straight we go. Well, the second part of the back straight, really. And hear the brakes. Yeah, Bruce later. Tyler House doesn't run him out of road. Good stuff. He's managed to slow that down. But they're going to be side by side coming up towards the final corner. Bruce, I think, may yield this one. Yes, he does. Look how close he is. He's practically pushing him through the final corner. Dodgy passing into turn 1 though. So Rouen, a lot to do with your patience and forcing the guy ahead to make a mistake. Head into turn 2. So most people have the problems. GT5 Vass has had an issue. He's dropped down to 5th now, behind AMH and Jack. Meanwhile, Tyler House still just ahead as they enter the hairpin. I think they're catching up with DY House 7 here. Either that or DY 7 has made a slight mistake. Still, like, I guess they're still 4.5 behind DY House. Meanwhile, these two are still close together on track, and the layer seems to have settled quite nicely into second there. This is the pair that look like they're going to make the move. Although Jack is now closing on AMH. I can tell you we do still have roof cam for Jack. He hasn't completely obliterated every camera we've put on his car. One more with Bruce. Oh, and that's the mistake. That was the mistake. Tyler House falls into it. And Bruce, again, just showing the patience required at Rouen, forces the mistake, and to be honest, it really wasn't forced either. He just kind of pulled out to fill the mirrors, and it looked like potentially Tyler House just got sucked into it and braked slightly too late, and on cobbles that is accelerated, unfortunately, because they're so slippy, so you just go sailing straight on. So good stuff there by Bruce, up into 8th place. Meanwhile, Jack and AMH, nicely, Boyrax are in the hunt now for the championship, because drop scores have yet to be accounted for. The first of one of those don't account until round 11, when the first confirmed drop score is available. Jack. Still just on that tail of AMH. Can't quite get enough onto the back of him to make it look like he wants to make the move yet. Probably won't be long though. Only 2 more laps left, so we head on to lap number 9. I don't know where Jack's off to. The lapse of concentration, maybe you just got slightly distracted there. Deciding to take a trip to the grass. It's not quite rallycross, you don't need to take a joker lap. As far as I'm aware anyway. Bruce E is closing in on DY House 7, he's now 3.5. DY House makes a mistake, Bruce will be there to capitalise. In goes AMH into the hairpin though, he's still got Jack right behind him. A 2:05.2 by AMH last time around. These guys are really pushing it. He's a bit lucky there that's not spat him off. Being on the grass that much with the power on. I say with the power on, this game is physics, obviously, as soon as you touch the grass, normally you spin around. So he's got a bit lucky there to go into the back straight for the penultimate time. And towards the penultimate corner on the penultimate lap. These two are the closest on track right now. Jack just a bit quicker through the penultimate corner. Gain on AMH. Courtesy of that exit and the slipstream, but again, it's dodgy passing into turn 1. It's doable. Don't get me wrong, it is very doable, but very, very risky at this stage when you've got some decent points to bag. As we enter the final lap of this modern touring car race, sponsored by Maniac. Oh, Jack has a bit of a moment into the hairpin, clipping the grass on the right hand side on the entry, just about getting it saved. Good effort, that could have ended badly. But you see the times are 2:05.8 there from AMH, 2:05.2 by Jack. So the fastest lap point all to play for. The fastest lap point being that it is a Turbo Monday, even though the Group A one's got postponed. Fastest lap will still be applied in the points. We've just gotten a little bit spread out now at the end of the race. See people making various mistakes. Bruce is now past DY House 7, so like I said earlier, DY House looks like he's made a mistake somewhere, and Bruce has taken that place quite happily. So AMH still in front of Jack. I don't think Jack's going to get him here. As they enter the penultimate corner, if Jack's not anywhere near him out of this corner, he won't have a chance down the straight. I think that's going to be it. But it's going to be Boyrax around the final turn. Flawless effort. Boyrax comes home to win at Rouen Essarts and assert his dominance now within the championship. He's missed the first 2 rounds, so those are coming to drop scores. The Les finishes a respectable second there. Great drive by him, and AMH third. As AMH third, Jack in fourth. Jack parks it after the pit lane. GT5 Vass. A great 5th place by him. Over to Johnny in 6th. Bruce Lee Harding Bruce Lee Harding in 7th, a great drive by him after the what happened to him so far. D. Whitehouse in 8th, Tyler House comes home in 9th, 4Fish 10th after that abysmal start with Tim. Shadowstalker will come home. Shadowstalker home in 11th place. He's kept going. He's got some points for his efforts here. It's good to see. Bob Mark 1. A bit lonely for him, but he's finished in 12th again. More points on the board. Just got to keep racking those points up in this series. So provisional results after Rouen Les Essarts. Boyraxer takes the win from the Les, then AMH 3rd. I repeat, AMH is 3rd. Jack 4th, Vass is in 5th. Babies of Johnny 6th, Bruce Lee Harding in 7th. D. Whitehouse in 8th, Tyler House 9th, 4Fish 10th, Shadowstalker 11th, and Bob Mark 1 in 12th. Tim retired, not completing a single lap. So, next up for the Tour Maniac Modern Touring Car Championship, we head to the Circuit of the Americas for the first time ever. Everyone in the BMWs for that one. So it should be one hell of a race round there. Next up will be my Clio stream from Rouen Les Essarts short. For the first time ever in Next Gen on Project Cars 2, we go head to that short layout. So join me there shortly for that one. But for myself and everyone, thank you to Tour Maniac for sponsoring the league. Join us next week. Goodbye.